Hi. So my first presentation with my participants did not record. So I apologize. I will be recording one for you. And let me rename myself because it's not Rick and Renee Uxner, it's Renee Uxner. Here we go. There we go. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me and taking a look at this recording. I totally appreciate it. And my name is Renee Uxner, and I'm a certified health and life coach. So welcome to my first Between the Ears talk designed specifically for equestrians. And I have found that what I have been using as a health coach for me and for my clients, I thought it's helped me tremendously with my riding. And I thought might as well gear this toward equestrians who can benefit from it also. So I will also be sending a gift, 3 ways to double your energy as an equestrian. You all gave me your registration information and your email, so I'll look forward to sending that to you as well. So what I'd like to do is give you just a little bit of background of my riding career. And I started riding in Kansas in 1973 when I was 10 years old in 5th grade. And I know you can do the math, but 60 is knocking on the door in a big, big way. So I thought back then, I thought I would ride English because I heard it was harder and that Western would be something easier and a lot more fun. So I thought I would get disciplined first and then do something fun. But I guess I never quite got the hang of English writing because I never finished it. I never changed my discipline. I still am writing English and absolutely love it. So I grew up from that point on going through the US British Pony Club program. And I progressed to the status of an A rating. And for those of you who don't know anything about Pony Club, it was a big deal, and it's a big deal in certain parts of the country. But back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, many of the Olympian athletes, equestrian athletes, were A-rated pony clubbers. Tad Coffin, Bruce Davidson, even others that I can't think of right now, Rodney Jenkins. So all of those guys grew up doing pony club. And so it was quite an accomplishment for me to do that. And as a result, I was an eventer. I loved it. I was fearless cross country. I went up through intermediate level. I was very meticulous in the dressage arena. And I was successful with my horse career. And then for the last 20 years, I've been riding warm bloods in the jumper ring because they don't gallop cross country quite like the thoroughbreds do. But I love the jumper ring too. And I've had my chances where I've done, mini prees and things like that. But what's interesting is I just love riding. And I rode as a preteen, I rode as a teen, a young adult, a mom with a career. And then as I was easing into my 50s, things came to a screeching change. So maybe some of you started riding as an adult, maybe you started riding as a kid, a child, maybe you had a bad experience, maybe you had a terrifying experience. Maybe you just had a difficult horse and you had a lot of stress, or you have a lot of stress in your life and you're trying to enjoy riding, or maybe you've just hit a roadblock and you kind of get in your own way when it comes to making progress. Well, that's where I came in as far as making some changes with my riding. I had a fall, and it wasn't a really bad fall. I just didn't let go of the rein. So my arm got jerked out of socket and my shoulder was broken. I had an ineffective trainer at the time. She was very preoccupied and not as attentive as she needed to be. I was getting a little bit older and feeling a little bit vulnerable. And with the combination of all of that, that was a perfect recipe for me to lose my confidence. So I don't know if any of you have had similar situations or similar experiences. And what I asked my participants is to jot some things down, to send me some information in the chat. Maybe if you'd like to, you can follow up with an email and let me know. So what ended up happening was I started this journey, and it was just kind of a meandering journey. But when I hit 50, I started getting fluffy. And I thought, I need to change the way that I'm eating. Things aren't good. But when I started changing the way that I was eating, it made a huge effect with me and my energy level with my writing. And I thought, wow, if just changing something like eating makes a difference with writing, there are other things that can help too. So I started working on my mindset and doing some personal growth and personal development. I started becoming, taking my classes for health coaching. And I thought, wow, all of these things combined really metamorphosized what happened to me in the writing ring. And it made a huge, huge difference. So I lost weight. I gained energy. I started changing my mindset and my confidence was coming right back. So what I'd like to do is just share three things that helped me that could possibly help you too, or help some of your clients. First of all, listen to what your body is telling you. And you think about it, your horse certainly tells you when he's afraid, when he's nervous, when he's anxious. I'm sure you've been on horseback and you can feel that heartbeat thump, thump, thump. You can feel his breathing. You can feel his whole body tense up, his ears and his head and where he's looking. You have no doubt in your mind that something is going on with your horse. But what about you? You have to learn to listen to your own body, just like you do your horse's body. Are you tense? Are you nervous? Are you stressed? Are you afraid? So what are some things that you do to let you know? Do your shoulders get tight? Do you get snippy with people around you? I used to get so angry with my father because he would just, and it was nerves. It was all nerves. Do you get quiet? Some people just get quiet and withdrawn. Does your stomach get in a knot? Are you holding your breath? That's something I found myself doing when I was doing my jumping courses. What are some ways your body talks to you in certain situations? Listen to it. Listen to it. And what I ask people to do is put in the chat what happens to them. And I had some people say, I get angry. My shoulders go up to my neck. So there's some little cues. So what can you do about it? You need to let your mind and your body know you're not being attacked by a lion. You need to chill, conserve energy, and be able to think. And how do you do this? Well, it's something you can do on your horse, that's for sure. It's called the 5-5-7 breathing. What you do is you breathe in 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, breathe out for 7 seconds. Do that 2 or 3 times before you go into a class, or before you're in a situation that you think it makes you nervous. What's really cool is you're doing 2 things. One, you're getting oxygen to your brain, which is very important. The second thing is your body starts relaxing. And as your body relaxes, guess who else can feel it? Your equine partner. And guess that is going to help him do. So listen to what your body's telling you and do the 5-5-7 breathing method. There's one other thing that I've done with my clients, and then I've learned that it's something that I do before I go into a jumping course, it's called visual practice or visual rehearsal. And I run my clients through that, and it's not from a third person looking. It's from me sitting on my horse, jumping my course, and Olympic athletes and professional athletes do that. And what you do is you feel what it feels like to have a successful and to have a very positive experience on your horse. So if that's something that you would like to investigate a little bit further, chat that visual rehearsal or mental rehearsal, email me and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so the second thing that I want to share with you, think about what you're thinking about. Listen to what your mind is saying. So is your mind telling you, oh, I'm afraid. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, these jumps are too high. Oh, I'll never get this. Oh, I'm so dumb. I can't do this. Oh, I'm not an athlete. Sometimes we can be our own worst critics. Sometimes we say things to ourselves that we would never say to somebody else or that our trainer would never say to us. And guess what that does to your confidence and your mindset? It undermines it. What we can do, what we can be doing is become a self-fulfilling prophet. And we do these little things by accident that undermine what we would really like to accomplish. So, do you have a negative recording that plays over and over again in your mind? If you're comfortable sharing it with me, please do. But what can you do about it? Practice gratitude. What do you think about on your way to lessons, to the horse show, or while waiting for your round at the show? You replace those negative, nervous, anxious thoughts with statements of gratitude. I do this on my way to the barn. Every time I go to the barn, I've gotten in the habit of speaking gratitude. And what gratitude does is it helps with our self-talk. So these are some benefits. First, gratitude blocks toxic negative emotions. You can't think of something, be grateful, think of something specifically that you're grateful for and be nervous at the same time. You can't think of being grateful and being angry at the same time. Gratitude is so important. Grateful people are more stress resistant, and grateful people have a higher sense of self-worth. And I've got a reference for this information if you would like it. So something that I do is I journal. I write 5 gratitudes down on a daily basis, and it helps create new pathways in my brain so that I turn the channel when negative talk starts chattering in my brain. I turn that channel to gratitude. So what I want you to think about, I want you to think about right now one thing that you're grateful for today. You think about it. Did a smile come to your face? Usually when I'm thinking about gratitude and things I'm grateful for, a smile comes to my face. And what do you think it's doing to you emotionally? Okay. So my third and final tip or secret for writing success: watch your fuel tank. Do you know what your blood sugar, how your blood sugar can affect you? It can affect your thinking, your confidence, your strength, your memory. Do you have problems remembering courses? Well, it might be because your blood sugar's tanked. So you think about this. This is very important for an equestrian athlete. What do you feed your horse? Do you feed your horse moldy hay? Sweet feed with loads of molasses in it? Horse treats all the time? We want him to feel and perform the best he can. Why don't we do the same thing for ourselves? So what can you do about it? Listen to your body. This is what I do with my clients. They keep track of fuel that gives them sustained energy, calm, sustained energy. And they pay attention to foods that take away energy, that might spike their blood sugar and then plummet them or leave them shaky and hangry. So, what helps you feel energized? This was the beginning of my journey, nutrition. And I found it the key to unlock so many doors, not only with my horseback riding, but also with other relationships. So, 1, listen to your body and do your 5-5-7 breath. 2, think about your thinking, listen to your mind and fill it with gratitude. 3, watch your fuel tank and make sure that you feed it with the right fuel. And just a side note, the fuel that I feed myself is I feed myself protein, and I make sure, especially before lessons and horse shows, I do not drink sugary, highly caffeinated drinks because that does not serve me well. So I found some neat little tricks that I do on my way to horse show and at the horse show. So thank you so much for joining me. If any of these suggestions resonated with you, please schedule a time to talk with me. I've helped tons of clients with a variety of issues that could be affecting your satisfaction with your equine friend. And thank you so much. I'll look forward to hearing from you and getting your feedback. From between the ears, live from between the ears. Take care.